Meanwhile, in Thailand, Burger King is taking things, according to some people, a bit too far with their latest cheeseburger. It is a literal cheeseburger, as you can see here, the real cheeseburger. It's bread, sure, but like 20 slices of cheese. And the initial reviews are not super positive. Im Jeepech, 25-year-old IT engineer, said she loved cheese, but quote, "This was a bit too much. I can only finish half of it," she said, wiping her mouth with a tissue. "This is an insane amount of cheese added into one burger. Food is good when things are the right combination." Another customer said it was too intense. I mean, look, I understand that grilled cheeses exist, but this feels like a step beyond that. I don't know about the taste situation, so like taking in the burger is gonna be tough. But actually getting it out of your body again, I have to imagine, Francesca, is gonna be even harder.
Yeah, yum. Here's my thing. I once went to a McDonald's and ordered a cheeseburger with no burger because at the time I was not eating meat. And they were like, okay, and they gave it to me. And lo and behold, guys, hey, that square relies on the heat of the burger to melt. So it's just an unmelted square. It was very disgusting. But here's what I will say. If Burger King were serious about making this good, you don't just sandwich a bunch of American slices in between two pieces of bread. Nay. You grill the cheese in a thin, like you have a small grilled cheese, and then you layer another grilled cheese, and then you layer another grilled cheese. So effectively, it's 6 different pieces of bread and just a little bit of cheese melted in between. I'm getting hungry just explaining this. Where's my check?
I'm not. This reminds me of Friendly's, which is an East Coast establishment that I very much miss. They used to do like burgers where each part of the bun was a grilled cheese sandwich. It's very meta, very fractal. But anyway,
it's good for people who don't eat meat. Look, if you don't eat meat, I think vegetarians generally should be excited about something like this.
Maybe, I don't know. It looks too thick. It looks like they basically took one of those big blocks of like peel off cheese and just turned every other slice a bit, and that's what you're eating. And that's too much. And meanwhile, in Ukraine, everyone is trying to deal with the ongoing Russian invasion. And you might not know this, but Ukraine's armed forces actually have 60,000 women serving in them. And while this whole situation has been absolutely barbaric and tough for everyone, there have been some special extra difficulties for women serving in the Ukraine armed forces. Some have said there's a widespread lack of resources for women, saying it makes it more difficult for them. More dangerous as well. They've described ill-fitting uniforms and body armor, huge men's shoes, shortage of sanitary pads, and health problems due to the inability to properly relieve themselves on the battlefield. One soldier, Julia, said, "Try to go to the toilet in the woods at 4 degrees Fahrenheit. All of us got cystitis or inflammation of the ovaries and back pain. After a year of the war, we have a bouquet of all sorts of health issues." Now, according to the defense minister for Ukraine, they are working on additional models of body armor and helmets for women. There's tests being done, but even a year into this, it continues to be an issue of having those resources, getting them to the women that are literally risking their lives for their country. Francesca, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've never used them, but like the cones for women to pee standing up, like I've been very curious and fascinated by that. But that should be a right. The right to pee when you need to go pee it's basic on the battlefield. And so, yeah, I mean, it seems like not important, but no, 60,000 troops, you need a place to relieve yourself. This can't just be like, I don't know. I've peed in some very interesting places. When you have a kid also, you're like, you're holding your pee, so you don't wanna go to the bathroom and wake them up. Hello, me this morning. Anyway, so I get it. It can do real harm. To say nothing of like, if you get into a battle or fight and you gotta pee, that could be, and your bladder bursts. And now I don't know why.
This has now entered the realm of sci-fi, but I appreciate the vivid imagery. Anyway, it is a very real issue. It needs to be prioritized, not only by the defense ministry, but also there are a lot of countries that are sending aid, both in money, but also products and those sorts of things. Maybe this should be a greater consideration going forward.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.